Hello lovelies, welcome back. I don't know if any of you know this, but I'm a huge anime fan. I've been watching anime since I was in middle school. The very first show I ever saw was Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z. And ever since then I've been a huge fan. When I got to high school, I started reading Shaman King and a few other mangas during that time that my friends let me borrow. So I decided to share my top 10 anime with all of you. There's no real, this is my least favorite or any of that. These are just my honest 10 shows that I absolutely adore. So number 10 is Death Note, which is about a high school student named Light Yagami who finds a mysterious black notebook titled Death Note, which allows the user to kill anyone as long as the user knows the target's face and name. And they have to, of course, write it down in the notebook. Since criminals are dying all over the world, a detective is brought in onto the case to investigate the strange occurrences, because nobody has any idea how this is happening. Number 9 is Tokyo Ghoul, which is about a college student in Tokyo who is attacked by a ghoul, which is a super powerful human that feeds on human flesh. Well, at least they look like humans. They're kind of like zombies if you really look at it, because that's what I honestly thought when I first started watching the show. I thought they were just zombies. Well, the college student that gets attacked by the ghoul, he survives and becomes part ghoul and is a fugitive on the run from the government. Number 8 is Mushi-Shi. I think that's how you pronounce it. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing this right. According to the show, Mushi are the most basic forms of life in our world. They exist without any purpose or goal, and they kind of just simply exist. Nobody knows really why they exist or their purpose. Mushi are not good or evil, and they exist in many different forms and can mimic things from the natural world. A Mushi master researches Mushi to understand why they exist by following rumors that could tie to Mushi in hopes of gaining answers. The show actually has a lot of beautiful imagery. It's one of my favorites because of that. Number 7 is Parasyte, which is about alien creatures that invade and take over a human host to survive. These beings have come to Earth. No one is aware of it except a high school student whose right hand has been invaded by a parasite, which was pretty bizarre and kind of funny. It has its funny moments, and there's some really creepy stuff that goes on in the show. A lot of body horror, so if you're into that type of stuff, definitely check that out. Number 6 is Elfen Lied, and again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. To me, it's a lot like Frankenstein, because it revolves around the way humans interact, view, and discriminate against Diclonius, which are mutated beings that are similar to humans in terms of they have the same physical build as a human, but they have distinguishable horns that are similar to cat ears on their heads, and they also have transparent arms that can pass through air and objects at high speeds. The focus is on a young teenage Diclonius girl named Lucy who has been rejected by humans, and because she's so hurt and upset by her treatment from humans, she starts a murderous rampage. Number 5 is Vampire Knight. The story revolves around Cross Academy, where it is divided into day and night classes. The night classes are for vampires, while the day classes are for, of course, humans. And there's a lot of drama and stuff there. It's not really a horror show in my opinion, but it is beautiful in a sense. Number 4 is Hellsing. I'm sure everybody's heard of that show. Alucard is a vampire who searches and destroys the undead and any other supernatural entity that threatens the queen and country. I swear that's British, because queen. We don't really see queens or kings today, except in Britain, so I swear it might be British, but I could be wrong. It still might be Japanese. And they just thought it was interesting. Because it really is. Because it's so unique. Number 2 is Blood Plus, which is one of my all-time favorite shows, and actually what inspired my vampire novels, which I have recently started working on again. The series revolves around Saya Otanashi, who is she's a regular high school student that finds herself fighting deadly species called Chiropterans. I think that's how you pronounce it. And they're basically vampires from what I've gathered from watching the show so much. And my all-time favorite horror show is Hellgirl, which is about Enma, also known as Hellgirl. With her group of henchmen, they carry out her duty of striking contracts that involve ferrying hated souls to hell. So basically, let's say you're a victim of whatever. It could be bullying, maybe you're angry at your best friend because your best friend kind of turned on you, hasn't really been talking to you anymore. And you might just say, you know what, I'm sick of this crap, and you find this website and you input your tormentor's name in the little box, and Hellgirl appears to you. The person receives a doll with a single red string wrapped around its neck. If the person pulls the string around the neck, the tormentor will be ferried to hell immediately, whereas the one holding the doll will also go to hell, but only when they die. It's a dark anime for sure, and there's some pretty creepy elements in there. And for some people, it is a very depressing anime because there's no happy ending for anyone. Yeah, one gets to live their life, but they know that no matter what, they're gonna go to hell. So it's not this happy anime, it is a very dark anime, so there's that one. Some of my other favorites that I consider horror that isn't really listed is Bleach, because the hollows can be pretty creepy looking. The other one I would say would be, what's that one called? Attack on Titan. Just because there are these big titans that are eating people, and it's pretty crazy stuff that goes on in the show. So those would be ones that I would consider horror. If you're a huge anime fan and you love anime horror, let me know what your favorite shows are in the comments so I can see some new stuff. Because I'm always looking for new anime and things like that. And let me know what you think of my list in the comments as well. I'm also going to leave a small list of honorable mentions that are some of my other favorites. One of which is actually a video game too, which I didn't actually know until after I watched the show, and I actually just started playing the game. So be sure to check those out. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more. If you really liked this video, don't forget to check out my other content. And if you don't want to miss a video, don't forget to hit the little bell icon to always stay up to date. Thank you again so much. I so appreciate everything that you guys do for subscribing, liking my stuff. Thanks again. Take care until next time.